This show is made possible by support from landsharks.ca. Visit them for all your coin and swag needs at www.landsharks.ca. And by viewers like you. Thank you for your donations. Some news, some travel plans, a YouTube video, and a caption contest. September 4th, 2010, this is Trackfiles. Hi there, and welcome to Trackfiles. I'm your host, Icenrye. Trackfiles is a video podcast featuring caching news, events, equipment reviews from guest geocaching podcasters, some YouTube videos, and major milestones. My website is trackfiles.tv, and my email address is geoicenrye@icenrye.com. If you're on Twitter, you can follow me at Trackfiles, and also there's a brand new Trackfiles fan page that I'm starting to build up, and I'll have a link to that on the website. So, what's new? Well, I got a great piece of email. Actually, not an email. There was a tweet left behind after episode 2, and it was from Oki Paladin, who wrote, "Just discovered watching at Trackfiles, my Garmin Nuvi has a battery recall." Hey, I'm glad you found out before anything seriously happened. So, hey, if you get any kind of feedback from this podcast, let me know, geoicenrye@icenrye.com, or leave a tweet at Trackfiles. So let's not waste any more time, let's get right into some caching news. First news article comes from Hopkinton, Massachusetts. Geocaching, high-tech search for treasure. Geocaching is catching on. Just ask Paul and Dana Gillen, who wrote the book, The Joy of Geocaching. The Farmington-based author spoke at the Hopkinton Public Library about a growing sport of treasure hunting using a handheld GPS system and a computer. Library Adult Services librarian Susan Marshall, who invited the authors for the presentation, says she likes the way geocaching is described as a high-tech way of getting people back to nature, because you get to exercise and distract your brain from thinking that you are exercising. You go out and walk 5 miles to find a treasure. Next, we hear from KATC in Lafayette, Louisiana, Baton Rouge. The Louisiana Office of State Parks and the Department of Culture and Recreation and Tourism announces the September 3rd release of their State Park series of geocaches. This joint venture between Louisiana State Parks and Geocaches of Louisiana is based around visiting all of the state's facilities. "We are pleased to enter this partnership with geocaches around the state and in the region," said Dr. Stuart Johnson, Assistant Secretary of the Office of the State of Parks. "Louisiana State Parks have always been a great place to get out and enjoy nature, and this activity will provide yet another opportunity for outdoor enthusiasts." Next, we go to Germany, where we hear, a decade on, geocaching still sends people on digital treasure hunts. Geocaching has people all over the world scouring the woods for something whose exact location they already know. But even after 10 years, the activity's popularity isn't letting up. More and more people worldwide, including Germany, are turning to their GPS devices when they go for a walk in the woods or along city streets, but it's not necessarily because they have a bad sense of direction. So next we go to the University of South Alabama, where they write, "Geocaching, a modern-day treasure hunt." It's a phenomenon that's sweeping the world, and if you do it once, I guarantee you will do it again. Geocaching is a game, or more specifically, a treasure hunt. Your treasure map, a GPS system. Geocaching in its simplest form means geography and caching, or the method for hiding and concealing something, used most often in hiking and camping as a place to hide supplies along a trail. Geocaching is a game, played by anyone with access to a GPS navigation tool. Here's the game. Someone hides a cache, and this can mean a mason jar, waterproof box, film canister, or the like. And it's within this canister is placed a logbook, a pen, or pencil. The coordinates are then recorded using latitude and longitude, and those coordinates are logged in at the National Geocaching log at geocaching.com. Anyone can find it by logging into the national website and retrieving the coordinates. Log the coordinates into your GPS and you're officially on the hunt. So speaking of geocaching.com, that's where we go for our next article. If you don't know by now, the lackeys at Groundspeak have their own personal blog called Latitude 47. And one of the regular features of this blog is a photo caption contest, where they place a photo from a cache and you get to write a caption. This is the 12th installment of our geocaching caption contest. You may have seen this picture posted to the geocaching.com's Facebook page. It was too good not to share here at the Latitude 47 blog. What caption would you write? That geocache looks tasty. You can do better. The winner receives a fairly coveted prize celebrating the launch of Signal the Frog's Facebook page. The winning caption receives the Signal antenna ball. Good luck. So staying with Groundspeak, it's time to get a little geeky here. Time to introduce the geocaching app for the Android phone. Instant direct access to geocaching.com's web base of worldwide geocaches. Search by current location, address, or GC code. Filter your finds from the geocaching.com search results. Access geocache details including description, photo gallery, attributes, recent logs, hint, and inventory. Look up trackable details including item goals while on the trail. Save geocache listings including maps and photos for quick retrieval and offline usage. Log geocache finds and post notes in the field. Download active pocket queries for use while outside network coverage. Visit geocache web pages on geocaching.com without leaving the application using the embedded web browser. So as a user of the iPhone application, I absolutely love it, and I use it for about 90% of my caching now. If you're one of those on the Android phones, check out the app and email me, geoicenrye@icenrye.com. Let me know how it works out for you. So speaking of the iPhone app, Groundspeak has updated. Let's go back to the Groundspeak site, check out the changes. A new version of the iPhone app is available now on the iTunes Store. This update has addressed the following. Integrated Google Maps functionality is now more fully featured. The bug which caused the app to log out users while they're offline and in turn make your pocket queries disappear has been fixed. Many other subtle bugs with the map and pocket query system have been fixed. So again, I'll have links on my site at trackfiles.tv. You can go in and read all about the improvements, and if you haven't downloaded it, it should be popping up pretty soon in your apps as an auto update. So that's the news for now. Let's go watch a caching video. For our caching video, we go down to Oregon and visit with Pablo Mac and Groovy Caching Dude, where they go out and place caches for the Wild Canyon Games 2010 Geocache Masters Competition. Guys, some of the places they hide the caches are, let's just say, difficult to get to. So we're going to roll part of this film. Again, you'll find a link to the full length on my website at trackfiles.tv.
Dude, sweet view.
Going to take a quick picture here of this blooming cactus. Maybe later tonight we'll have some blooming onions.
I built this cairn a few months ago, my first visit up there.
Alright, heading back over.
Hi, I'm Pablo Mac. Dude's behind me. About to place our 5th of 5 master geocaches.
This is for the Wild Canyon Games, that it's a combination of triathlon, geocaching. Off here to the west, this is the northern part of the Washington Family Ranch. You see Communication Hill off in the distance, and some of the access roads leading towards the north. I'm not going to spend too much time hiding it. The real challenge is just getting here.
Not a cairn in the world. Hi, I'm Pablo Mac. This is the Rajneeshi Cave. I'm up here well above the Rajneeshi Cave. We're preparing to place the cache now.
Hi, I'm Dude Sweet, and we're at the Rajneesh Cave, and we're about ready to place the bones of the unknown geocacher here in the base of the cave. We also have our shrunken head cache that has the coordinates, and we're going to be placing it right here in this box. Hey, this is Dude. I'm up in the Rajneesh cave. We just finished placing the final cache for this location, and I'll show you where it's at.
Over there is one of our master caches. Over there's another one. Over there is another one. And right here is another one. Come on up and get them. Stay safe or keep on caching.
Alright, pack your suitcase. It's time to take a look at some geocaching events. First off, I'm going to say fairly close to home. Well, if I can call Lyndon, Washington close to home. Ring the bells. An event cached by Half Canadian and Scooter the Wonder Dog. Being held on Saturday, September 11th, 2010 in Lyndon, Washington. From there, we're going to fly to the eastern end of Canada, the Corner Brook, Newfoundland, for an event called Corner Brook's First Geocaching Event, hosted by the Corner Brook Caches. Also being held on September 11th, 2010. So since we're in Newfoundland, we're just going to keep flying east, all the way to the Shanghai Meet and Greet, an event cache hosted by Music Debbie and Grandeur Guy, also being held on September 11th, 2010 in Shanghai, China. So those are just 3 of the many events coming up in geocaching. And again, if you like one of your events featured, email me, geoicenrye at icenrye.com, and I'll post it on Trackfiles. So for our final segment, we're going to take a look back at the past week in Caching Podcast. We start off with Cachers at a Round Table, which this month is a Gear Gab with Daryl W4 and Spin Doc Bob from GeoTalk. From there, we go to the Geocaching Podcast, where they talk with the director of the West Virginia Geocoin Challenge. From there, we go over to Boston for the Granite State Geocaches community, who has a brand new video on hiding cache and also a new audio podcast. And then from there, we go to the Midwest, Chicago, for the Chicago Geocacher Podcast, where they discuss caches they've done since the last episode, the West Bend Mega Event, articles about caching, listener emails, listener milestones, and the question of the show. So guys, these are all great geocaching podcasts, and as usual, there'll be links on my website. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of Trackfiles. I hope you enjoyed. But before I go, a couple quick notes. First off, I'm going to be in Quesnel next weekend down at beautiful Roberts Roost for the final outdoor agility trail of the year. I'm really looking forward to it. Both dogs are entered and it's going to be a little bit crazy. However, you won't be missing a thing because I will have a special episode of Trackfiles for you to download and enjoy. Also, special shout out goes to show sponsors Landsharks. For all your caching and swag needs, make sure you visit them, landsharks.ca. But in the meantime, and between time, that's it. Another episode of Trackfiles. So until the next episode, cache on.